We do have our Skywarn 7 meteorologist, Zac Scott, who is currently on scene in Geronimo. We now have that live shot going. Zac, if you can hear me here, I know you've been kind of touring the damage in Geronimo. Do you have any updates on what you're seeing? I know there was at least some extensive damage to a mobile home and also lots of power lines and some roof damage also. What's the latest?
Yeah, like you've been showing the pictures of the mobile home all day or all morning, and I've been talking about this house here behind me. This is the awning that you can see. I'll step out of the way. That is the awning that blew from across the road at the elementary school and has wrapped itself around this house. And we haven't been able to speak with any residents. Not sure if anybody is occupying the house right now or not, but regardless, look at that extensive damage. We've got metal in the trees, really heavy tree damage in this backyard. I'm not sure when the sun comes up we'll be able to see if those were already trimmed back, if these were already dead trees or not, or if the tree damage will continue as it looks like it's going from my right to my left. This is the scene. Anywhere in the ditches to across on the streets, you're finding pieces of sheet metal like this, not only here, but even further down the street. Again, if you had a metal carport, that's likely been tossed up around on the street or even on the cars. More siding. You can find this stuff anywhere you go. Big branches like this, I've even seen bigger than that. We've even got a wooden post right here. No telling where that came from. I mean, just tons of debris out here. The street here on Iowa Street in front of the elementary school, littered with tree debris, more sheet metal. We actually have power lines down on this road. Again, we've been reporting that the school has several windows that are busted out. Power lines are down on the road. No word yet if the schools will be opened or closed, but again, it's going to be a big cleanup process for today and possibly for the next few days. We haven't made our way over to the mobile home yet. But I know you've been showing pictures of that and the extensive damage that's over there. And again, just driving through the town, we've seen lots of damage with other homes.
Skywarn 7 meteorologist Zac Scott is in Geronimo for us, and he is live there. And Zac, what can you tell us what you're seeing?
Hey, thanks. Good morning, Monty. Here at the corner of Broadway and Iowa, right behind me is the elementary school here in Geronimo. Just to my right is the house that we showed you just a little bit ago that has debris wrapped around it. I am here with the Chief of Police, David Johnston, and he's going to give us a little bit of an update on the situation here going around town. We know that we have several power lines and poles that are down, and crews are working on that right now.
Yeah, we've got several power poles down, a lot of lines down around town. Be careful, don't be driving over the lines. We don't know what's hot and what's been shut off yet. Be extra careful out when you're out and about this morning.
And you did have some good news that the gas leak had been taken care of over there by the mobile home?
That's correct. The gas leak was shut off over at the mobile home. We did have one man with minor injuries over there. He was treated at the fire department for some cuts.
Okay. And just quick, an update on the school here. Now, we showed the house just a few moments ago with the debris wrapped around. And then you said there's also some other damage with the school?
Yeah, there's the old bus barn on the north side of the school. It's completely gone. A lot of windows are broken out on the north side.
Yeah, and this actually may be part of the roof too that's wrapped around this home?
Correct, that's part of the school roof.
Yeah. And again, also right behind us, it may still be just a little bit dark, but we have a power line pole that is actually on the ground right here on Iowa Street. We have a cable that is coming down from the top of the pole. We also, back to my left, going to the east, we have a power line pole that's actually a line that's going all the way across the road. And again, here, you've got tree debris on the ground. You've got more siding on the road. So again, a big cleanup will be underway as the sun continues to come up and shed light on the storm that moved through Geronimo. Again, here live at the corner of Broadway in Iowa for Channel 7, Skywarn 7 meteorologist Zac Scott. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Zac.
Our own Skywarn 7 meteorologist Zac Scott has been out there throughout the entire morning, and he's been surveying the damage. Zac, now that we're seeing daylight come out, it looks like maybe we're getting a better picture of the extent of the damage in Geronimo. What's the very latest that you've seen?
Yeah, and I know I've talked to you multiple times, Matt, about this this awning, but now it's really starting to be maybe more clear that it could be a piece of the roof, because we are seeing what looks to be like installation wrapped around the house. And we're starting to get more daylight, but I don't know if you can still see it, but the metal beams attached to the sheet metal there are actually bent with the shape of the house. So as the house bends, the pieces of metal are actually bent with it too. Again, we still have power poles down here. We're at the corner of Iowa and Broadway. We did just get word that just up the street here to the east of us, a horse barn was heavily damaged, and some of the horses there were severely injured too. So not only is it a people issue, but we're also hearing about people's pets and personal property, livestock, such like that, also being affected overnight. And we did get some news that the Comanche County Emergency Management has been here, and they're getting underway with their business, and also that the Red Cross is not here yet, but they are on their way down. So that's some good news. Again, now people are just really starting to come out of their homes more, still in the dark here, and stories are starting to come out of what it was like. Just had a gentleman tell me that he opened his door when he woke up with the sound of the wind coming through, and he even struggled just to get it closed back again. So a lot of people are going to be wondering, was this straight line winds? Maybe was there a quick spin up? I know you've talked about that a little bit, and just like you said, the National Weather Service will have to come out here, and they're going to have a lot of damage to look at, again, as the sun comes up here and really shows us what happened.
And Skywarn 7 meteorologist Zac Scott is still there surveying some of the damage that has happened to homes, the elementary school. We're also hearing of reports to a ranch, some damage to some facilities there, as well as some of the horses injured. We saw a photo of that. Does not look good. Zac, we're starting to get some more daylight. Are you seeing more? In those apartments, we were also hearing that there was some damage at those apartments that we can see there behind you there on 11th 277.
Yeah, I briefly heard that from a resident, but we haven't got out there to check anything ourselves. We've kind of heard, passerby saying, oh, this area or this area. Regardless, if you're just joining us, Geronimo, the entire community, several areas are finding damage. So it's not just one spot. It seems to be a pretty good chunk of the entire community has some sort of damage, whether it's siding or power line poles or just tree debris, big branches, large branches too. We're not talking small twigs. Strong enough winds came through here to snap branches and snap power line poles. Here's a power line pole right here. We're on Iowa Street. That is the Geronimo Elementary right there. Here's a power line pole completely snapped at the base, laying down. We have wires staying over here. Again, if you're out walking around in these type of situation, you don't want to drive over the wires. You don't want to touch those. As we talked to the chief of police a little earlier, they still don't know what's hot and what's not. So a lot of crews are out here right now working on all the down power line poles and the lines. Here is that house. Again, had to get another shot of this. This is a part of the school. Whether it was an awning or a part of the roof, it came from the other side, the north side of the school, came all the way across the road, and look how it has wrapped itself around this house. Siding is missing, the front window is busted out. The residents, we did get word they are safe. Nobody was injured inside the home. The residents are still inside the home. But they have a massive cleanup. Debris goes behind their house. There's a dumpster back there. Trees are damaged. It continues to go down this road. More metal carports flipped over on cars. And check this out. Storm came through in the 2 a.m., 3 a.m. time frame. And we're still seeing piles of hail on the sides of the street trying to melt. That's how much hail came through with these storms. Also, we had the reports of baseball-sized hail. So, again, a big cleanup. If you're out walking around or driving, please don't drive over the power line poles. The police are asking us to tell you that. Don't play with them. Don't touch with them. There's going to be a big cleanup here for the next couple of days, so stay safe. Again, the whole city's still out of power. Don't know what the situation will be with the school. Windows are busted out. Heavy damage to the school.
7 meteorologist Zac Scott is still tracking all of that for us this morning. Zac, looks like you're in front of the school, elementary school, which suffered some damage.
Yeah, you can see a broken tree branch back here, and that is a very large, I'm going to have Andrew zoom in on that a little bit, very large branch there, snapped and laying over on what appears to be one of the front entrances here, maybe to the school. Lots of debris here in the front yard. We've got more debris down the street as we look down Iowa here. all the way down to the intersection of Kiowa. Looks like more debris, even another tree with a large branch down in someone's yard. I did get some good news, or at least some new news here, Monty. The east side of Geronimo, Cotton Electric is reporting that they have power back. Here on the west side, they're still out of power, and it's a work in progress. Still lots of power lines down, lots of poles down. You can see this line right here next to me. Again, you want to keep your distance. We're just standing here just to show you. The Chief of Police, David Johnston, is urging all residents, make sure you stay away from those. You don't know if they'll kick back on and become live and hot again, so you got to watch out for that. This road is closed. Again, we haven't had any word on the school here. We've seen a couple buses come and go, so we don't know if they're just moving them or if they're going out to get some of the high school or middle school kids. Again, lots of damage here on the north side of the school. You didn't have to go far from Highway 36 onto Southwest 11th Street before you started running into debris on the road. So if not all of Geronimo is seeing damage tonight, then or this morning, then at least a good chunk has got a lot of cleanup that's going to take place today, and some areas may take a couple days into the weekend before everything's all cleaned up. I know the National Weather Service will be down here to find out exactly what happened. Strong storm came through, and this just goes to show you guys, when strong thunderstorms are coming through and we have those thunderstorm warnings on, you want to go into the interior of your home. You want to get away from the windows. Straight line winds can come through and really wreak havoc on a neighborhood and a community. So again, a big cleanup taking place out here.